Good morning, children. Hope you all are enjoying learning about heat. Yes, children, in the previous class, I have given you some tasks, right? I hope you might have completed the written work given to you and also the diagrams, practicing the diagrams and also the numerical problems. By now, I hope you all are thorough with the whatever we have learned up to the previous class. Yes, in such a way if you learn, it will be easy for you to learn further. Yes, children, so are you all ready for learning more about the chapter heat? Yes, in today's class we are going to explore more about heat. So as we started the lesson with a situation, again I want to give you one situation. Just to imagine the situation and try to answer the questions what will be posed. Yes, now one hot summer day, you are visiting a park. Okay, so in the park you are seeing two slides. Yes, one is made up of iron and the other slide is made up of a plastic. Yes, so when you go, it is an open park and you want to go and slide there. Yes, as a child you all will allow sliding, right? So when you go near the iron slide and the plastic slide, when you touch the iron slide, what you will feel, and when you touch the plastic slide, how you will feel. This is the situation. So now you can easily, all of you can answer. The metal slide will be very hot so that you can't slide on that, but the plastics, comparatively plastic slide will be not that hot. Yes, children. And one more situation, in your home, as you are in the home, or always if you are interested, you can observe so many things happening in the kitchen. Yes, so you might have seen your mother cooking something. So when cooking is needed, when she wanted to cook something, a electric stove or on the flame, you might have seen they will keep a pot. Yes, children. So when the pot is kept on the flame and water, in that she has kept some carrots or something to boil. You imagine, this is the situation. So once the flame is on, slowly from the burner the pot will start getting heated, and then you will see the water starting boiling, and slowly the vegetable kept in it also getting heated. Yes, children, these two situations, I think you can able to imagine what is actually happening there. Yes, so now in the first situation, sunlight was falling on both. Yes, there was a metal slide, there is iron slide, and also there was a slide made up of plastic. Yes, no, children, but sunlight is falling on both. Yes, but you found that by touching only you are able to understand that the metal slide is hotter than the plastic slide. When the same amount of heat is falling on both, why this difference? Yes, and also the second situation, something is kept on the flame, right? A pot of water with vegetables is kept on the flame, and slowly you can see that the pot is getting heated and the food is getting cooked. Yes, so coming to this, so now surrounding us so many things are there like this only. Some are made up of metal, some plastic, some cloth and all. Yes, even in this situation also, after cooking you might have seen your mother using a cloth to bring this pot down. When she want to bring the pot down, she will not touch it, right? She won't with a bare hand. They will not. If you are asked to remove also, you won't do. You will take a cloth or a tongs we'll use and we will put it down. Yes, no, children. So in these two situations, something is you can able to infer. Yes, what is that? That is what is going to be our learning, today's learning. Before concluding this, beginning of the chapter, yes, again and again it was repeated to that heat flows. Do you remember that? Heat flows. Yes, and what is heat? Heat is a form of Form of energy. Yes, no children? So when it is flowing, when it can flow, what is the condition for flowing? We learned it will flow from the hot body to cold body, or in the same object, means from the hotter end to the colder end. By now you all know that heat flows from hot body to cold body. Yes children, or hotter end to colder end of the same object. That is what we have learned. When it is flowing, when it flows, what is actually happening? Something is getting transferred. What is getting transferred? The energy. As it is the form of energy, the energy is getting transferred. So today the topic is transfer of heat. How? That's what heat can flow. Heat can flow from hot body to cold body, or hotter end of your body to the colder end of the body. And we all know that heat is a form of energy. When this word, the flows word, only indicates that something is getting transferred. That transfer, that is what transferring of heat energy. That's what is going to be our today's topic, that is transfer of heat. Today's topic is transfer of heat. How heat is getting transferred, that is what heat flows. Just at the beginning of the lesson I said heat flows, but now we are learning deeper, no? So that now, by now you should know that how it is going to flow, what are the conditions for flowing. Now coming back to the two situations what we discussed, some of them are getting hotter, some of them are not getting hotter like the other one. So what makes this difference? So surrounding us many things are there, some of them are good conductors of heat. So before the transfer of heat, when the heat has to flow, it depends upon the material also. See, that's what in the kitchen the pot is made up of stainless steel or different other metals, but when you want to remove it from the hot flame, a cloth is used. So same way, when you are kept something on the hot sun, when you keep a wooden stick, when you keep a iron rod, after some time when you go and touch and see, even tomorrow you can do at home, and you can you yourself you can explore that, collect some things and you keep in the hot sun, like small things you collect, like iron pin, safety pin, eraser, a piece of a cloth, and all you keep and use touch and see. By your sense of touching only you can understand that some of them are getting more hotter than the other things. So what makes this difference? That is because the materials surrounding us, some of them are good conductors of heat, some are good conductors of heat. This conductors, this term is not new to you. The last year also, good conductors of heat, you learnt about electricity. That time also you might have learnt about this conductors. Yes, no children, some are conductors and some are insulators. Just you recollect that. See, some things, some materials, they allow the energy to flow easily. Sometimes it may be electricity, sometimes it may be heat. As the chapter is about heat, today we are discussing about the conductors, good conductors of heat. So these substances are materials. They will allow the heat to flow through them easily. Like example, just now we discussed metals like copper, aluminum, silver, all these, lead, all these will allow the heat to pass through them easily. And some of the things are there surrounding us which will not allow the heat to pass through them easily. So they are called as bad conductors or poor conductors. Poor conductors of heat are also insulators. They can be also called as insulators. Here, these good conductors of heat also, they are called as thermal conductors. As we are talking about the conductivity of heat, they are also called as the thermal conductors. Thermal conductors and thermal insulators. As I told you, thermal, the word itself says heat, right? So this can be also said as thermal conductors or good conductors of heat. They can also be, some substances are called as thermal insulators. They are also called as thermal insulators. So actually, Why we call certain things as good conductors? They allow the heat to pass through them easily. Examples, can we give some examples? Copper, aluminium, steel. Steel is an alloy, right? Steel is also a good conductor of heat. Now, poor conductors of heat or insulators, like things made up of rubber, plastic, wood, cloth. Yes, children. So, good conductors and poor conductors of heat. Good conductors of heat means they allow the heat to pass through them easily. Like copper, aluminium, steel, you can add up that list. And poor conductors of heat, also called as insulators or thermal insulators. Example, rubber, plastic, wood. There are so many other materials also which you can add up. Yes. So now accordingly only, as they differ in their quality of taking the heat energy and passing through them. That is why when you went to a park and when you touched the metal slide, it was hotter, and when you touched the plastic slide, it was not that hotter. Why? Because metals are good conductors of heat and plastic is a bad conductor or poor conductor of heat. In the second situation, your mother is cooking something on the flame. From the burner, the vessel is conducting, made up of stainless steel. It is conducting. That is why the heat is getting transferred and the food is getting cooked. And the same hot pot, she'll use a cloth to bring it down because it is an poor conductor of heat. Yes. So I think it is clear for you what are good conductors and what are poor conductors of heat. With this basic idea, we will further learn about transfer of heat. So, as such, there are some restrictions in transferring the heat. It depends upon the material. Yes, why in transfer of heat we are discussing about this poor and good conductors? Whenever the same amount of heat energy is given also, it depends upon the material to pass it. Yes, now surrounding us always transfer of heat is taking place. Heat energy is getting transferred from one body to another body, which we are observing. Without our observation only, the transfer of heat is taking place surrounding us. But generally, transfer of heat takes place in three modes. That is the conduction, convection, and radiation. Yes. So heat gets transferred in three modes, three ways, three modes: conduction, convection, and radiation. In today's class, in detail, we'll see about what is conduction and how the heat energy is getting transferred by the process of conduction. Are you all ready? Yes. Now, if your notebook is near you, in that you can 5 minutes, you can even pause and you can write the topic as good conductors and poor conductors of heat. At least you try to write five examples for each. By the time I will keep one diagram ready for the activity for this conduction. Yes, please do that. Once when you know which are good conductors and poor conductors, it will be very helpful for you to learn about all the three modes of transfer of heat. Yes, children. So in conduction, it takes place in solids. See, surrounding us we have solids, liquids, and gases, right? So transfer of heat takes place in all the three states. Now in the solid state, it takes place through conduction. So conduction is a process of transfer of heat taking place in the solids. Yes. Now for this, in the previous classes also there was an example. You take hot water in a beaker and a metal spoon is kept. Yes, slowly after some time when you hot water is taken, and in that if you keep a metal spoon, slowly the heat gets transferred to the metal spoon also. Yes, this you all, that activity you all know, and I hope you remember. Now in the same way, again see, now there is a candle. So you take one metal, the metal rod is taken. Metal rod is taken, and here you can keep some pins. With the help of wax you can stick some pins. Yes, small pins you can keep with the help of wax. So you all know that on heating, wax will start melting. Candle, and the candle flame is lit, and we have taken a metallic strip. Metallic strip is being taken, and we will start heating, and you are going to hold it in the another end. Now we can number this pins 1, 2, 3, or any way 1, 2, 3. You can label it either way. So once when the rod, because it is a metal no, so metal is a good conductor of heat, so it will allow the heat to pass through it. So what will happen, children, what you will observe when you started, you can even this the class, if it is the regular school, we can with your you have the scale, right, ruler, so metallic scale, steel scale, ruler also, we can do this in the home also. Without hurting yourself, in the presence of an adult, you can try this. So wax, you have wax, you can, with that small pins you keep, or else wax itself you can roll and you can keep and start observing. So once this end starts heating, what will you observe? Slowly it will become, which will, first of all, when you start heating, this is the, which end is the colder end now? Very good, this is the colder end. Which is the hotter end now? This is the hotter end. Very good. And you all know that metal is a solid. So now why this is the hotter end? Because it is near the source of heat. Yes. So source of heat, we are giving the heat to it. So once it starts heating, slowly this you will observe that this wax melts, and one by one the pin will start falling down. Which pin will fall down first? Very good. This will fall down first. Then the second one. Then the third one. Why? Because slowly the heat which we are giving is getting transferred from one molecule to another molecule, and the metal, the wax melts, and the pin starts falling. From the hotter end to colder end, the heat is getting conducted. Now, so this you can draw, it is in your textbook also, you can draw, and you can write the aim and the observation, and keep it ready with the diagram in an A4 sheet. Now we'll see what happens actually in the metallic rod, that we will learn now. See, the metallic rod is a solid. No, children, you all know that solids are made up of, very good, molecules. And how are the molecules are arranged? Molecules are closely packed in solids, right? How solids, liquids and gases, how do they differ from each other? Molecules are closely packed in the solids. Yes, this is the metallic rod which we used. Metallic rod which we strip, or rod which we used for heating. So how are the molecules arranged in that? They are closely packed. That is why once when you start heating it, the molecules, they cannot move freely, so they'll start vibrating. And once this is the hotter end, no, this is the hot end, this is the cold end. Why it is hot end? Because it is near the source of heat. So once the molecules get the heat energy, they will start vibrating. Why they will vibrate? They cannot move because it is closely packed. So once this gets heated up, it will transfer the heat energy from one molecule to another molecule. Like you all know, playing passing the parcel game. Yes, we will sit in a circle, and you will just pass parcel given to you. You will not move and give it at everybody's hand. Yes, same way here, the molecules will not move. What they will do? They will only transfer the heat energy, and slowly the heat energy will be transferred to all the molecules. Where it happens? It happens in the solids. This process is called conduction. What is this conduction? It is the one of the mode of transfer of heat. Transfer of heat takes place surrounding us. Yes, in three different ways. The first one today what we discuss is conduction. This happens in solids. So how it happens in this process? The heat energy is getting transferred from one molecule to another molecule. As the molecules will not, there will be no actual movement of the molecules. As they are, why that also, why they are not actually moving? Because they are closely packed. Only they will transfer the energy from one molecule to another, from the hot end to cold end, and finally when you are heating for longer time, complete scale or complete the metal will, how in cooking process it happens, same way the heat will be getting distributed. That is called conduction. Once when I said about the cooking also, I did not say about the liquid inside. That is going to be our next learning. So in conduction, where it takes place? Conduction takes place in solids. How are solids differ? How are the molecular arrangement of solids? Molecules are closely arranged. So when they are kept near the source of heat, even in this, if you are not heating, sunlight is falling also. The first situation, the metal slide, how the heat will be getting transferred in solids? The molecules will transfer the heat energy from one molecule to another molecule without their actual movement. Like our example is our passing the parcel game. Only the energy will be getting transferred. This is called conduction. Yes. So in today's class we discussed about three key learning is there. It is about good conductors, poor conductors of heat. Yes, they can be also called as thermal conductors, or poor conductors are, this can be called as insulators also. And good conductors will allow the heat to pass through them easily. Insulators, they will not allow the heat to pass through them easily. And also we learn transfer of heat. So when you say about conductors, so you can understand that something transfer of heat is taking place. Yes. So transfer of heat takes place in three different ways. The first way is conduction. First mode is conduction. That takes place in solids. How it takes place? The heat will get transferred from one molecule to another molecule from the source of heat. From the source of heat, the heat energy will be transferred from one molecule to another molecule without the actual movement of the molecules. Yes, children, I hope you understood the activity. So before the next class, read the textbook. Again the conduction part is given and one more activity is given. Take a beaker of hot water, in that place different things like your eraser, sharpener, different things you can keep. That is very easy activity, you all can do. That can be done and you can write the there is a tabular column in your textbook. Complete the tabular column in the textbook itself, but do the activity. Surely you do the activity and your observation you note down in your textbook. Then in the A4 sheet, conduction, you write what is conduction and then copy the activity and your observation and what is the final conclusion from that activity also you learn, and write and keep it ready. Do whatever work is given perfectly and keep it ready. We will meet in the next class, children. Thank you, children.
Conduction. In this module, you will learn how heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Bet you have seen food being cooked in a pan. When a pan is placed over a burner, the contents of the pan become hot. Why? This is because heat flows or gets transferred from the burner to the pan. The flow of heat through a solid is known as conduction. Let us try to understand conduction with the help of a simple activity. For the activity, you need an iron rod, a stand, some iron nails, a candle, and melted wax. Now fix the iron rod on the stand as shown. Then dip the head of the iron nails in the melted wax and stick them at equal distances on the iron rod. Then light the candle and place it at the other end of the rod. Wait for a while. What do you observe after a while? The nail closest to the candle will fall off the rod first, then the next nail, and so on. Thus, heat energy gets transferred from a hotter region to a colder region. But how does heat transfer occur? When a solid is heated, the molecules at the heated end start vibrating and transfer the energy to the next molecule. Thus, heat energy spreads uniformly throughout the rod. During conduction in a solid, heat is transferred along the body of the solid from one particle to another without the movement of the particles. Hence, conduction is defined as the flow of heat through a solid without the actual movement of the solid. Do all substances conduct heat the same way? No. Substances that conduct heat well are called good conductors of heat. Generally, all metals are good conductors of heat. And substances that do not conduct heat are called poor conductors of heat or insulators. In this module you've learned, conduction is the flow of heat through a solid from a hotter region to a colder region without the movement of the solid. During conduction in a solid, heat is transferred along the body of the solid from one particle to another without the movement of the particles. Substances that conduct heat well are called good conductors of heat. Substances that do not conduct heat are called poor conductors of heat or insulators.